In a week where we are celebrating women excellence, today marks another milestone. It's exactly a year before the Netball World Cup kicks off, and it will be, of course, staged in the city of Cape Town. To do a status check-in on how we are doing in terms of preparing for the entire netball world convening on the mother city, we have Tournament Director Priscilla Masisi, as well as the Deputy Minister of Sport, Art and Culture, Nocawe Mafu. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us on Sport on Morning Live.
Good morning to our viewers.
Deputy Minister, let me start with you. I mean, we've seen that having the right structure and enough investment can really allow us to achieve a lot. We saw that this past week with the African champions. And for the past couple of years, we've seen netball being really on the trajectory.
Yes, Nocawe. You know, one of the things that we seem to be doing right in South Africa now is actually to put the women in sport in the right place. And I think with everything that we are doing, both as government and as now private sector that is coming in, we are really doing so well when it comes to women in sport. And I just hope we keep the momentum. And by the way, we can't stop congratulating the African queens for bringing the cup home.
Indeed, we can't. Now, Priscilla, I'll bring you into the discussion. Now, we all know that netball really is a participation sport, and the facilities are not a scarcity, but for an event of this magnitude and this nature, we need something like the M&S Bank Arena in Liverpool, and that as well as the logistics of hosting an international community. It can be easier said than done.
Yes, indeed, it's a massive task. But we are ready and we are prepared to welcome the 16 nations that will be coming to the country. As we are aware, the event will be hosted at the City ICC, the International Convention Center in Cape Town, which is a well-established facility and capable of hosting such an event.
Talk us through about the actual preparations that have taken place so far. How far are you in terms of those preparations? Are there any major challenges that you've encountered at this point, and how are you looking at dealing with those, if any?
Through government support, government has come on handy because they are really fully behind this tournament. We have been able to secure some funding from government, and all the government departments are in partnership with us. So that has made our preparations quite easy. So we are far ahead with the preparations. The venue has been well prepared. We have the sitting layout that has been designed and approved also by the World Netball. And we also have our security plans are in place. We are getting ready to go for ticket sales in October.
And Deputy Minister, we know that we're going to have this international showpiece a year from now. But in terms from a government perspective, Mhlambe, once we move on from the tournament, are there any legacy projects that you have planned? And what are your plans from a department perspective when it comes to the sports of netball moving forward?
Thanks, Nocawe. We all provinces, let's start there, all provinces have been given the target of making sure that in terms of the legacy projects, there is we make sure that we start now launching out the sports grounds, but also beyond South Africa. We are also choosing about 4 African countries that must also benefit as the legacy project. So yes, we're doing so much, and we're making sure that we start the hype now. Remember now, as today, it's 365 days to go to the World Cup, and there's a lot of events that are going to be unveiled. Today, if it wasn't for the fact that everybody is in Birmingham for the Commonwealth, we would be unveiling the official ball today. So we've moved that to the 16th of August. The ball will be revealed on the 16th of August.
And we certainly look forward to that unveiling. And just in terms of you speaking about the events that you're going to start implementing, moving into, of course, this year period now before the World Cup, which areas are you looking at? Because we know so many people are not too familiar with the sport of netball. Some don't even know the rules, but we know how, as a country, once we're really behind something, we really are able to show up for our team.
Yes, Nocawe. First of all, the reveal is on the 16th, but also South Africa must be prepared to welcome Africa on the 21st of August, because we are doing the opening ceremony for the African qualifiers. So there is 10 African countries that will be descending in Gauteng, in Pretoria, to be particular, in Tshwane, where we will be, South Africa will be part of that 10, even though we have already qualified. But because we are the hosts, and it will also give us an opportunity to actually perfect our skill. So we will be participating in the African qualifiers. But also, the government is, together with Netball South Africa, is doing activations in all the provinces. We are activating events to make sure that people start to hear and talk about this World Cup. We are having what we call Netball Fridays. The T-shirt that you see Priscilla wearing is the T-shirt that we would like every South African to wear on Fridays to start conscientizing South Africans about the World Cup that is coming. So we've got Netball Fridays that has been already launched, and we are activating now in every corner of the country.
Thank you so much to you, Deputy Minister, as well as Tournament Director Priscilla Masisi, and good luck as you plan ahead for the Netball World Cup.
Yes, but before we leave, in January we will be hosting what we call the Qual Series. England, Australia, and New Zealand, the best teams in netball, will be in the country to play with South Africa. So yeah, there's a lot that is coming. It's gonna be back to back.
It's going to be back to back, and we certainly look forward to it. Do have yourselves a blessed day ahead.
Thank you so much.
That is, of course, the Tournament Director of the Netball World Cup, Priscilla Masisi, as well as the Deputy Minister of Sport, Arts and Culture, Nocawe Mafu, talking all things netball, as, of course, we are now officially a year before the 2023 Netball World Cup kicks off in the Mother City.